still here with you in Melrose, Massachusetts. Our next bout scheduled for 8 rounds from the New England Junior Middleweight title. Greg Vendetti, that very popular fighter from nearby Stoneham, taking on Malik Jackson, a transplant from Newark, New Jersey, who has fought twice in the past calendar year in Cape Cod, Massachusetts, and is victorious both times with a third-round knockout over Oscar Diaz of Connecticut and a fourth-round knockout over Brian Abraham of New York. Because of the in the past calendar year here in New England, he is eligible to fight for this New England title against Greg Vendetti. Vendetti entered this fight with a record of 9 wins and 2 losses and 1 draw. 7 of his 9 wins by way of knockout. Malik Jackson's record of 3 wins, 8 losses, and 4 draws. 2 of his 3 wins by way of knockout. And 2 of his 3 wins coming from he's a well-skilled guy who has taken a lot of fights on the road against world top opponents. There shouldn't be much that Greg Vendetti has to see for what conditions he is now is he able to handle it. And on the opposite side, how is Greg Vendetti able to sometimes experience that Malik Jackson brings to the table? Greg Vendetti is wearing solid black trunks. Malik Jackson is wearing the navy blue trunks. This one is scheduled for 8 rounds. Greg Vendetti coming off what I would call his career best win against jabbing Joe Wilson in a TKO victory. He fights on Cinco de Mayo. He's making a habit of fighting on holidays, and we'll see if the success he had back in March translates to success here in May in Melrose. Very close to his hometown, still in Massachusetts. Noticeably react to pretty much every punch thrown and landed by Greg Vendetti. He's got a large cheering section in attendance tonight. Malik Jackson picks his spots, but thus far Greg Vendetti has not given him a spot from the pick.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is round 2 of our vacant New England Junior Middleweight title. Malik the Freak Jackson in the red corner, Greg the Villain Vendetti in the blue corner. Let's hear it.
Round 2 of the scheduled 8-rounder between Malik Jackson and Greg Vendetti. Greg Vendetti with a good round 1. Our apologies for our audio issues which took place in round 1. We have those under control now, however. Round 1, Malik Jackson came out very tentative. Greg Vendetti landed a good left hand towards the tail end of round 1, which probably was enough to earn him the frame. This one's scheduled for 8 rounds for the New England Junior Middleweight Championship. Greg Vendetti wearing the solid black trunks. It's Malik Jackson wearing the navy blue trunks. Vendetti enters this fight with a record of 9 wins, 2 losses, and 1 draw from nearby Stoneham, Massachusetts. Malik Jackson with a record of 3 wins, 8 losses, and 4 draws. 2 of his 3 wins have come within the past calendar year by crushing knockout, no less, here in New England. Those 2 wins here in New England have made him eligible to compete for this New England Junior Middleweight title. Last August, he had a 3rd-round KO of Oscar Diaz of Connecticut, in which he knocked him out of the ring. And then this past November, he had a 4th-round knockout of Brian Abraham from Schenectady, New York. That fight taking place in Cape Cod, Massachusetts. Greg Vendetti with a noticeable cheering section in attendance here in Melrose, Massachusetts, who are cheering him on with chants of Vendetti, Vendetti. Nice left hand by Vendetti, knocks Malik Jackson backwards. Vendetti has found a home for that left hand here early on in the fight. Round 2 coming to a conclusion, and much like was the case in round 1, round 2 perhaps won by that Greg Vendetti left hand. He only landed it once solid in round 1, once solid in round 2, but both times it had a noticeable effect on Malik Jackson. And as I mentioned, in between round 1 and 2, however, I believe we had some audio issues. In the corner of Greg Vendetti is his longtime trainer Joe Ricciardi, who has been with him from the amateurs up until the professional ranks. In the corner of Malik Jackson is Tolan Taskow and Leon Johnson. You may have seen Leon Johnson in the corner of former world title challenger John Thompson, who won the ESPN Boxino tournament last year in the junior middleweight division. Tolan Taskow in the corner of Malik Jackson is a professional fighter in his own right, coming off a victory in his most recent outing last November in Hyannis against Paulo de Souza.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is round 3 of our New England Junior Middleweight Championship. Let's hear it for him.
One thing I can say about Greg Vendetti from the early portions of this fight is he has improved as a fighter since the days where he dropped the decision to Antonio Chavez Fernandez. The Greg Vendetti that's fighting Malik Jackson tonight is not the Greg Vendetti that was fighting that night. This one's scheduled for 8 rounds. And Greg Vendetti, very strong, trying to impose his will on Malik Jackson here in round 3. And he lands a good left hand again. And Malik Jackson throws a punch and slips to a knee. Referee Leo Gerstel is going to call it a knockdown. I think he just threw a wide right hand and was off balance. I don't think a punch was landed. Nevertheless, it's going to go down as official knockdown for Greg Vendetti here in round 3. Round 3 comes to a conclusion between Greg Vendetti and Malik Jackson. I've got Greg Vendetti ahead 3 rounds to 0, and some judges may give him a 10-8 round in round 3 because technically a knockdown was scored, even though it did appear to be a slip. However, referee Leo Gerstel's ruling was that it was a knockdown. This fight's scheduled for 8 rounds. Round 4 scheduled for 8. Greg Vendetti and Malik Jackson. It's been all Greg Vendetti thus far. Let's see if Malik Jackson is able to show Vendetti something he hasn't seen before. Malik Jackson has been 8 rounds before. The same cannot be said for Greg Vendetti. The straight-ahead, squared-up style of Greg Vendetti of the past seems to be maturing into a bobbing and weaving Mike Tyson-like style tonight against Malik Jackson. Nice right hand by Greg Vendetti. Malik Jackson may have lost his mouthpiece, or it may have just been saliva flying out of his mouth. Greg Vendetti pouring it on here in round 4. Malik Jackson is feeling the effects of it, but smiling back at Vendetti. Round 4 coming to a conclusion between Greg Vendetti and Malik Jackson. Another good round for Greg Vendetti here in round 4.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is round 5, scheduled for 8 for the New England Junior Middleweight Championship. Let's hear from both fighters, ladies.
New England Junior Middleweight Championship on the line. Round 5 is the scheduled 8. And referee Leo Gerstel apparently did not hear the bell. But it rang, and now he calls in the fighters to compete. It is loud here in Stoneham. Or excuse me, Melrose, not far from Stoneham, where Vendetti hails from, where I think he's brought a lot of friends with him tonight. You know, the relentless style of Greg Vendetti tonight has not allowed Malik Jackson to find a comfort zone boxing on the outside. Boxing is his game, brawling is Vendetti's game. Vendetti has continuously stepped forward all evening long. And Malik Jackson hasn't been able to find a rhythm just yet, seemingly. Another thing about Greg Vendetti, he's really filled out here in the 154-pound weight class. Started off his career as a welterweight. At one point, there even seemed to be designations on the junior welterweight division. Alas, that was not to be. And is comfortable at junior middleweight tonight, it appears, in the ring. I once asked him the day of weigh-in how he felt, and he said he wasn't appreciating the weight cut. Well, less of a weight cut at 154 than it would be 147. It may be paying off dividends, that decision in his career. If he keeps performing the way he's performing tonight, he could soon be New England Junior Middleweight Champion. That right hand that Malik Jackson was able to knock out Oscar Diaz with last year, and then Brian Abraham in back-to-back fights, I haven't seen it thrown too much here tonight. There it goes, but not with much leverage. He hasn't been able to find his rhythm on the outside and time it perfectly as he was able to do in both of those occasions last year here in New England. Round 5 in the books. And so far it appears to be a shutout for Greg Vendetti. Round 6 underway. Greg Vendetti trying to swarm Malik Jackson once again, as has been the case throughout this fight. Malik Jackson with a bit more fire in him this round than we've seen the previous 5. Still all the fighting taking place on the inside, which appears to be Vendetti's game. Vendetti with his back against the ropes, but Malik Jackson not able to do much work to adversely affect Vendetti. Vendetti actually fighting well off the ropes for a moment. And the crowd coming alive once again with chants of Vendetti, Vendetti. Round 6 coming to a conclusion. Good round for both fighters. Crowd really into this one here in Melrose. Noticing in the corner of Malik Jackson tonight, Leon Johnson wearing a Boston Red Sox hat. He's from New Jersey, but he knows where he is.
Second down, ladies and gentlemen, this is round 7 of our New England Junior Middleweight title. Let's hear it from Malik Jackson and Greg Vendetti.
Round 7 of a scheduled 8. And referee Leo Gerstel wiping off some of the Vaseline off Greg Vendetti. Wasn't to his liking. There was so much on his face. And the fight resumes. The pace has slowed down a little bit here in round 7. You would think that would favor Malik Jackson with the way this fight has gone. But he's still not able to time Vendetti. Flicks the left jab out. Nice left hand by Greg Vendetti. Nice right hand by Greg Vendetti this time. The original intended opponent for Greg Vendetti tonight was Shaka Moore. Shaka Moore unavailable on this particular date, but it would be interesting to see Vendetti and Shaka Moore fight at some point. Round 7 coming to a conclusion. And with round 8 on the horizon, if Malik Jackson plans on living here with the New England Junior Middleweight Championship belt, he's seriously got to pick up the pace here in the 8th and final round.
Be sure to check out refereesboxing.com to find out about the latest news about referees boxing fighters. We're looking to have a show perhaps in July or August, so stay tuned. And also friend us on Facebook, Referees Boxing.
Seconds out for the 8th and final round of this New England Junior Middleweight Championship bout. Greg Vendetti and Malik Jackson. Thus far, it's been all Greg Vendetti. Does Malik Jackson have any answers? Greg Vendetti comes out charging. Malik Jackson letting the fist fly as well. Vendetti should be comfortably ahead in the scorecards. Nice right hand upstairs, courtesy of Malik Jackson. Jackson fighting as a southpaw here in round 8. Interesting technique that I don't believe we've seen from him yet tonight. Switches back to orthodox. Back to southpaw. Well, it was an interesting game plan to befuddle Vendetti here in round 8, but he wasn't really able to land anything out of the southpaw stance. Greg Vendetti's fans coming alive here in the 8th and final round. They are sensing that their man is moments away from being announced as the new New England Junior Middleweight Champion. Less than 10 seconds to go in the fight. This one will go all 8 rounds. Entertaining fight and an excellent performance from Greg Vendetti, probably the best of his career. We'll hear from our ring announcer, John Vina, in a mere moments as to what the official scorecards dictate.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear from Malik the Freak Jackson exciting championship rounds. We have a unanimous decision. All three judges, Larry Riley, Lucy Miller, and Jackie Merle, see the same. 80-71. Your winner, a new champion, the pride of Stoughton, Massachusetts.
Greg Vendetti with the biggest win of his professional boxing career, and he wins the New England Junior Middleweight Championship with a unanimous decision over Malik Jackson.